Hello Christo Ananth channel members, viewers and subscribers. Very good day to you all. So I am really happy to meet you all. This time with this particular journal. The journal's name is Journal for Educators, Teachers and Trainers. So we are going to have a very genuine review about this Web of Science Index journal. So I've heard that some people are in the process of preparing their quality research papers and trying to submit to this particular journal. So we'll understand in this video how long will this journal remain in the Web of Science indexing database. So what are its submission charges or maybe processing charges or maybe publication charges, and what is the publication time associated with this journal. We'll also understand if there are any cloned websites to this particular journal. So without wasting much of our time, let us go straight into the review of Journal for Educators, Teachers and Trainers. So this is the journal we are talking about. The name of the journal is Journal for Educators, Teachers and Trainers. Please note that I have not put any comma in between them, okay? But if you can see in the title, Journal for Educators, comma, Teachers and Trainers. So here we can get the search result. We have some search result from JETT.labors4.com. So we believe that this is the original or maybe the genuine website. So here we can find similar search results in DOAJ. Also we can see UGR.es, journal searches, or maybe ISI impact factor. So we'll go straight away with the first website. Okay, so it is Journal for Educators, Teachers and Trainers, JETT. This is the abbreviation. So you can see it is published in the English language. So before 2021 it was not published in the English language, but now after 2021 it is published in the English language 6 times a year. Okay, that is once in 2 months, January, March, May, July, September and November. So you can find the ISSN here. When we go to the editorial board section, we can see the managing board, editorial board as well. Of course, they have been full, complete, affiliation details, but email ID or maybe ORCID ID or maybe Google Scholar ID is not mentioned here. So as we scroll down through the archive section, we can see in 2023, 1, 2, 3 issues have been there. So we are in June, that is fine. So we believe that there will be 6 issues per year in this journal. Also, you can find more of the special issues here. If you go to the current issue, volume 14, issue number 3, 2023, you can find too many articles in this particular journal, which means that it's a question mark. So this is the submission preparation checklist. Okay, so it should not be previously published elsewhere. Okay, so basically if you are trying to prepare the paper, so it should be in MS Word format, Open Office or maybe rich text format. I have also given some guidelines about how you should prepare the references. If you quickly go through the author guidelines section, okay, in the about section, okay, so you can see papers can be presented in English only from 2021. So they basically follow the APA style. So they have mentioned that the extension approximately 6,000 words. The title, it can be 2 languages, English and maybe other. So make sure that you try to enter all complete full affiliation details with the email ID. I mentioned that the abstract should be 200 to 250 words. So basically when you are making a submission, you should register your account in this particular journal and afterwards you can log in, submit your paper. It will go through a double blind peer review process. Then if it is accepted, then you should be required to pay the processing or maybe publication charges. So down you can scroll down, they have mentioned the article processing charges. So here, regardless, please try to understand, regardless of any acceptance or rejection, they will be charging $250. So let us take in the case you pay $250, maybe it is rejected, you cannot claim for it. And fonts in Arial 12-point format, $250 in Indian rupees, it would account to 20,000. So contact editorial office, they have given a Gmail ID and they have mentioned why they are charging this nominal cost. So they have given several reasons why they have charged. Here in the contact section, you cannot find a full complete details, no address, no particular pin code, but only email ID is mentioned. So basically when you go through the aims and scope of this journal, since the journal title says Journal for Educators, Teachers and Trainers, so feels similar to this particular journal, then definitely you can submit your research paper. So if it is accepted, then definitely you will be required to pay the processing charges and definitely it will be published. So when we go through the indexing database, they have mentioned that it is indexed in the ESCI Thomson Reuters. So anyway, we will search in SciImago.jr. So here we have searched for the ISSN number 1989-9572. Okay, so we are not getting any search result, which means that this journal is not in the SciImago.jr. Anyway, we will check in the scopus. Okay, we will go for selecting the sources. Okay, so here ISSN is being selected. You know the reason? Because the title has journal for educators, teachers and trainers. Within that there is a comma. Okay, so if you maybe enter the title with comma, then it will identify as two different words. Okay, so that is the reason I am selecting ISSN. Okay, so here the ISSN I am selecting and I am pasting. Okay, so then I am clicking on the find sources. Here we can see that there are 0 results, which means that this journal is not in the SciImago.jr. Also, it is not present in the Scopus database. But anyway, we will go for the master journal list.clarivate.com. Okay, so here I am searching for the ISSN number. Okay, so when we search for the ISSN, we are getting the exact result. Okay, 1989-9572, the same result. Journal for educators, teachers and trainers. It comes under ESCI, Emerging Sources Citation Index. Here I am clicking on the view profile page. So after clicking on the view profile page, it prompts me to log in. I have already logged in. So we are getting the profile section. Journal for educators, teachers and trainers. Same ISSN number. Okay, so the first year published is 2010. Issues per year is 4. Okay, some parts of the website mention 6 issues per year, while some parts of the website mention 4 issues per year. So as per Web of Science, 4 issues per year is the correct one. So until 2021, they have been publishing in the Spanish language. But afterwards, after 2021, they have been publishing in English, French and Portuguese language. It's a quarterly journal, basically from Spain. So here we can click on visit site. So here we can see the exact website which we have already reviewed. So we have found out that this journal comes in the Web of Science indexing database. But anyway, we will check in webofscience.com whether the articles are really getting indexed. So here in webofscience.com, I have my account already logged in. So here in the publication title, I am searching for Journal for Educators, Teachers and Trainers. So if I click on search, we are getting some search result. Okay, so here during 2022, we can see this journal article, a big article. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to copy this article. Okay, and in the journal page, okay, so here in the search section, I am pasting this particular article. We are getting the exact same result. So which means that articles are being indexed. Okay, but you know, the relevant field articles will be indexed. So we can also check in the ABDC journalist, Australian Business Deans Council. So it is abdc.edu.au/that journalist. Okay, so here we are searching for the ISSN. I'm clicking on this enter. Okay, so here we can see that there are no journals that match these parameters, which means that this journal is not in the ABDC journalist. If we go through UGC CARE website, they have openly mentioned that UGC CARE list group 2 is nothing but the journals indexed in the globally recognized database. So which means that if it falls in Scopus or maybe Web of Science or maybe Arts and Humanities Citation Index or maybe Science Citation Index Expanded SCIE or maybe SSCI, then it comes under group 2. So group 1, maybe if you search for, maybe you select the title or maybe ISSN and maybe you enter the search value, even if you try to log in also, you will be getting 0 search result. So it is understood that it is coming under group 2. So we have reviewed this website that this journal is not in SciImago.jr, not in Scopus database, not in ABDC journalist, but definitely since the journal is indexed in Web of Science, you can assume that this journal comes under UGC CARE group 2. And about the processing charges, they have mentioned in the website very clearly that the processing charges is $250, which is approximately 20,000 in Indian rupees. Average time between submission till acceptance of the article, you know, takes approximately 5 months. But when we discuss this through the agents or maybe associations, maybe the back door, they are charging a whopping amount of $450. So that is approximately 36,000 in Indian rupees, and the publication time is between 5 to 6 months. There are not many quality comments from the guest editors, but definitely the paper gets accepted. So the articles published in the particular journal, of course it is getting indexed, but we see too many articles in one particular issue in the journal website, and if this is going to continue, we are not sure how long it will remain in the Web of Science database. As you can know, for example, maybe after few months, after few years, maybe you can see if you can search for one particular journal, it will show journal on hold, which means that the journal is currently under investigation. You should not submit the research papers to that particular journal. So as I told you earlier, with many papers being submitted to this particular journal and many papers being accepted and published, you should be extra careful when submitting your research paper to this website. So if you have any clarification, questions or queries, please share them in the comment section. So I believe that this review would be useful for you. So if possible, please share it with your colleagues, your department mates, and those working in the university as well. So if you have any positive or maybe negative experience, please share them in the comment section. And if you have come across any good journal, and if you are in a confusion whether they have problems with the scopus or maybe Web of Science or maybe UGC indexing as well, please share them as well. So see you then in another interesting yet genuine review. Till then, collaboration is everything.